Open prisons have now become an essential part of correctional administration in many countries, including India. The very concept and nature of open air prisons are totally different from the prisons of early periods. In the medieval periods, prisons were only considered to be places of punitive detention and prisoners were treated as subhumans. They were subjected to cruel punishments and torture. With the evolution of behavioral sciences and with continued research and experiments, correctional thought underwent considerable advance. This awakening brought in reforms in correctional administration by exposing the serious drawbacks of prisonization. It was proved by many studies and researchers that more prisonization only led to more criminalization. The concept of open air prison was propounded by Alexander Patterson in the early 20th century following the prison reforms suggested by Lord Macaulay in the middle of the 19th century. The open air prison is neither institutional based nor community based, but has the merits of both the systems. You will learn from this unit the meaning and origin of open air prisons, principles of open air prisons, features of open air prisons, transfer of inmates to open air prisons and functioning of open air prisons, advantages of open air prisons, open air prisons in India. According to the Tamil Nadu State Prison Manual, open air prison means any place so used permanently or temporarily under any of the state government for the detention of prisoners under section 3 of the Prison Act 1894. An open air prison is also called minimum security prison, open camp or prison without bars. The open air prison is said to have 4 characteristics. They are open to prisoners, that is, the prisoner can go outside for marketing or for some job, but they have to come back in the evening. It is open in security. This means the open prisons do not have tall walls, bars or lock and key as in the case of walled prisons. Also, there are no armed guards as in the walled prisons. Openness in organization. This means the work in the open prison is based on the inmate's sense of responsibility and self-discipline. It is open to the public. This implies that the relatives and friends of the inmates can visit them at prescribed hours and sit and chat with them under the trees or on some benches. A park-like atmosphere is created for this purpose. The open prison system is based on certain principles leading to the reformation of the inmates. They are: firstly, the entire system of open prison aims at rehabilitation of the prisoners, which may help in preventing crime. Secondly, selection of the prisoners for the open prison is based on their character and behavior and not on the length of sentence. However, generally prisoners with a sentence of more than 18 months are selected for the open prison. Thirdly, the open prison system is based on trust and self-discipline on the part of the prisoners. Fourthly, the prisoners must be transformed into human resource by employing them fruitfully in productive activities. Fifthly, the inmates of the open prisons should be trained to organize themselves and prepare their own food, their daily routines, games and sports, etc. In short, they should be trained to live as community with good understanding and without any grievance. Sixthly, when the prisoners complete their term of sentence and are released, they should be job ready. Seventhly, open prison administration should be based on control from within the group and not from outside. Lastly, Open prisons, if well organized, could help in reducing the overcrowding in the conventional prisons. Now, let us see the features of open prison as compared to the conventional prisons, that is prison with walls. They are: open prison refers to a place where prisoners are relatively free to move about under minimum security conditions. The prisoners of open prison are allowed to go outside the prison boundaries, meet people and come back in the open prison within the stipulated time. The capacity of open prisons, that is the number of inmates, may vary from around 100 to 1000 depending on the facilities available. The nature of accommodation may also differ from place to place. In some states like Assam, Kerala and Himachal Pradesh, the open prisons are situated in permanent barracks, while in some other states they are in prefabricated structures or dormitories. Work arrangements in the open prisons are very much related to public works like dam construction, road construction or government factories, government farms, etc. There may also be vocational training programs in the open prison area. Family members and relatives are allowed to visit their people in the open prison at the specified times. The inmates, at the discretion of the prison officials, may go home and spend time with them on festive occasions. The open prisons are generally low security prisons and aim at reformation of the inmates, not on conviction or punishments. Following types of prisoners are mentioned by Tamil Nadu Prison Manual of 1983 for being transferred from walled prison to open prison. Casual and star class prisoners. Casual prisoners are the prisoners who are arrested and remanded in judicial custody for having committed very minor offences or minor law and order offences. Star class prisoners are prisoners who are well educated and well placed in the society at the time of arrest for having committed an offence punishable under IPC. Such prisoners generally exhibit a calm and decent behavior, and therefore the prison authorities may decide to send them to open air prisons. This implies that prisoners who belong to other states are not eligible to be transferred to open air prisons. Prisoners in the age group between 21 and 55 years and in good mental and physical health. This implies that those who are transferred to open air prisons must be healthy enough to do almost everything for themselves in addition to the work given to them by the prison authorities. Prisoners with good conduct and with emotional stability. This implies that only the prisoners of this category would be prepared to accept and adjust themselves to the liberal conditions of the open prisons. Prisoners with good family ties. This implies that such prisoners would be in constant touch with their family. Generally, those with good family ties are expected to behave well and reform themselves. Such prisoners would also not try to run away from the open prison camp. Prisoners who have permanent residence and permanent job at the time of arrest. This condition implies that such prisoners would not prefer to run away from the prison camp. Prisoners who have completed 3 years of sentence and not having more than 5 years to serve. This includes the prisoners on life sentence, prisoners who were agriculturists at the time of arrest. When prisoners who have behaved well during the 3 years of their sentence and having less than 5 years to serve are transferred to open prisons, it helps to reduce overcrowding in the walled prisons. The Tamil Nadu Prison Manual also prescribes conditions of non-eligibility for such transfer of prisoners from walled prisons to open prisons. Such non-eligibility conditions include known habitual prisoners who were convicted thrice, prisoners having cases pending in the court, mercenaries, women prisoners, dangerous and notorious prisoners. Now, let us see how the open prisons are functioning. Open prisons are mostly like training camps. They are generally situated away from cities and towns to protect the inmates from unscrupulous and antisocial elements outside. The activities in the open prisons mostly pertain to agriculture, horticulture, forestry, crafts like carpentry, weaving, tailoring and masonry. The inmates are paid wages for their work and are allowed to use their wages to buy their daily requirements like soap, oil, cosmetics, snacks and tea, etc. The inmates may also be detailed for work in the government projects such as dam construction, road work, bund work on the tanks, construction work, etc. If the prison authorities so desire, they may permit some of the inmates to find work outside the camp by themselves on the condition that they should be back in the prison camp at the stipulated time, which may extend up to 7 p.m. Such inmates are also advised not to involve themselves in any unwarranted events or activities. Within the camp, the daily camp life starts at 6 a.m. Depending on the facilities available, the camp authorities may organize a common dining system with a common kitchen, so that the inmates need not spend time for this. Generally, in the open prison camps, the inmates are expected to cultivate their vegetables, food grains requirements. The family members and close relatives of the inmates are allowed to meet the inmates on stipulated days and at stipulated times. Similarly, the inmates are also allowed to visit their families on stipulated days and times. If the inmates have their own agricultural lands, they are allowed to visit their lands for giving instruction to people who have taken charge of the cultivation in their absence. Once or twice a week, the inmates are allowed to have entertainment fete with whatever talents are available among themselves. The camp authorities also arrange for sports and games for the inmates for creating a group culture. Now, let us see the advantages of the open prison system. They are scope for greater community life among the inmates, access to society outside, and therefore, the gap between the prisoner and the society is reduced. From cost point of view, the open prisons are less costlier than conventional prisons for equal number of inmates. The open prison system is very much employment oriented. Greater scope for productive activities inside the open prison, especially in farms, and therefore, greater supply of farm produce like vegetables, fruits, cereals, etc. for the consumption of the inmates. Feeling of freedom in the fresh air with greater self-respect and discipline. The inmates of open prisons, depending on their behavior, have also greater incentives like parole, remission of sentence, better wages for work, and visit of family members. Now, let us see the conditions of open prisons in India. The first open prison was started in Bombay Presidency in 1905, and selected prisoners were transferred from among special class prisoners of Thane Central Jail, Bombay. But due to administrative difficulties, this open prison was closed within the next 5 years. In Uttar Pradesh, the first open prison camp was set up in 1953, and the inmates were deployed for the construction of a dam across the river Chandraprabha at Varanasi. After the completion of this dam, they were shifted for the construction of another dam over Karamasa river. Subsequently, they were shifted for the construction of a canal at Shabad. This implies that temporary open prisons were set up as camps near every project. Encouraged by the success of these endeavors, the Uttar Pradesh government set up a permanent open prison at Mirzapur in 1956, and the inmates were employed in the government quarries. Another such permanent open prison was set up by the UP government in 1960 at Sitarganj in Nainital district. An area of over 6,000 acres of lands and about 4,000 acres of lands were made available to these two open air prisons by the UP government. Prisoners from various jails of the state of UP are transferred to district jails Bareilly, and from there they are shifted to the open prison camps. Uttar Pradesh was followed by many other states in this regard. In 1996, there were 24 open prisons established in 12 states of India as per the following order: Maharashtra 3, Rajasthan 3, Karnataka 2, Uttar Pradesh 2, Tamil Nadu 2, Punjab 2, Bihar 2, Kerala 1, Assam 1, Himachal Pradesh 1, Gujarat 2, Andhra Pradesh 2. The area of open prisons varies from 10 to 50 acres, except in Andhra Pradesh, where the area extends to 1,427 acres. The capacity of prisons also varies from around 100 to 1,000 prisoners. Now let us see the open prisons of Kerala. Kerala's open prison is situated in the Kerala countrysides, bushes, green and dense tropical forests of the Western Ghats. Spreading on a green sheet of 300 acres of lands, this mountain range separates Kerala from Tamil Nadu. This is the first and only open prison of Kerala, which was established in 1962. It accommodates about 300 prisoners, many of whom have committed murders. However, their behavior and attitude are said to have greatly improved once they were transferred to the open prison. The inmates of open prisons are generally treated with respect and are entrusted with responsibilities. They work in the rubber plantations of Kerala during daytime and return to the camp in the evening. They also evince a high degree of cooperation among themselves and to the prison staff. In the open prison of Kerala, the reform programs are carried on by the jail staff themselves without depending on the experts from outside like psychologists, counselors, etc. In fact, the open air prison of Kerala is more like a village, unpolluted not only from the dust and noise of the cities, but also from the crooked people and criminals outside. A very remarkable feature of the open air prison of Kerala is the inmates' work in the 200 acres of rubber plantations. The work includes tapping rubber milk, preparing rubber sheets and marketing them. This brings an income sufficient to meet the expenses of the camp. In addition to this, they also cultivate rice and meet their own requirements. In fact, the Kerala government is getting a surplus from the open prison after meeting all the requirements of the inmates. Restitution of the inmates went to the extent of one of the inmates raising an amount of rupees 1,30,000 after his release in order to build a common place of worship for three main religion groups in the prison. Accordingly, a church, a mosque and a temple have been raised in the open prison. The community life in the open prison has proven effective in preventing crime from occurring again and again. Now let us turn to Bihar open air prison. Bihar has an attractive open jail policy which has attracted the attention of experts in the field of global level. The open jail of Bihar, unlike any other open jail, the prisoners are allowed to live in flats with their families in the jail compound. The Buxar open jail has 104 such flats with kitchen so that the prisoners could cook their own food. The inmates are those who have served half their imprisonment tenure in the walled prisons. Those serving long terms can venture out of the jail for 13 hours a day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for doing jobs. Many of them have been given work under MNREJA and paid rupees 120 a day. And now we come to the open prison of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has two open prisons, one at Singanallur in Coimbatore district and the other at Salem, attached to the central prison. The third open prison of Tamil Nadu is coming up shortly in Kaliyar Kovil in Sivaganga district at an estimate of 1.25 crores. The open prison of Tamil Nadu have all the best features of the system. The primary occupation of the inmates is farming. Therefore, the inmates are expected to have a basic knowledge of agriculture. They are given wages at the rate of rupees 65 a day for skilled work, rupees 55 a day for semi-skilled work and rupees 45 a day for unskilled work. A remarkable feature of the open prison of Tamil Nadu is for every 1 day spent in the prison, the inmates are eligible for equal number of days as remission. Now let me summarize what I have said so far. Except the Union Territories of India, all other states of India are having open prison system functioning with varying degrees of success. In the preceding sections, we have discussed the significance of open prisons, the principles on which they are functioning, their major features and their advantages. The success of open prisons depends on the selection of the site for the camp, selection of staff, selection of prisoners and activities of the open air prisons. Finally, it depends largely on the ethical and cultural values of the criminal justice system.